Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
It's your boy DJ B4UI.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers radio show. FlowRadioshow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, man. We back another week to serve, man. We got a special guest in the building. Now, I'm excited about this one.
What makes you so excited?
Excited, man. I'm excited about this one, man.
Why?
Special guest.
Special guest.
How
special?
Special. And then crazy. that man loco. Yo, we got Deion Washington in the building, man. My guy, what up?
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? I'm happy to be here.
What's up, man?
What's happening, man?
What's
We in here. We in. I done made it in life. All the lights is on me. I'm happy.
Yes, sir, man. Deion Washington in the building, man. One of the funniest guys I know, man. You know him. He got there's a lot of hats he wear.
Yeah.
A lot of hats he wear, man.
It's weird.
You know what I'm saying?
I do comedy. The show Kingdom Comedy Jam, owner of Kingdom Comedy Jam. Christian rapper that shouldn't be a Christian rapper.
Oh, you rap, bro?
Yeah, I don't for real.
No, okay.
But the character raps, but everybody loves that. And then just social media. Yeah. Just killing it online, just going crazy.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about Holy Baby later. Holy Baby got some stuff you're gonna get off his chest.
Wow.
Yo, man, we gonna have some fun tonight, man. So look, this is your first time, rocking with the Flow Mafia, man. We wanted to we just want to roll the whole entire thing back, man. Who's Deion Washington?
First, a believer, father, husband, comedian, just a man, a guy who's just trying to do the will of the Lord. That's pretty much I feel like my existence is just me just trying to do right. You know what I'm saying? Family man. Just I'm a normal, cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what was life like growing up? Like coming up? Was you always in church type vibe or?
So early on, I ain't gonna lie, like when I was a kid, I used to cry if I didn't go to church. Like which is weird, but like I used to go to church so much that like it felt like I was at home. So like the fact that I didn't go, like I used to cry, like, but then like I guess I want to say towards like middle school, high school, my mom started saying you can stay home if you want to.
Oh, really?
And I sure did. Yeah. I was gonna stay at home. But my life wasn't always church. But I at least got a good church upbringing. So
yeah, let you slide on that one.
What happened?
No, upright.
Upright. I did say upright. Look, I'm country, so like y'all gonna see like me say some words that might not make a little bit of sense, but they make a little bit of sense.
We get that a lot from I'm
from the South.
Hallelujah.
This boy right here. He's from whatever he from. Anyway,
where he from?
Let's just finish with the story, man.
Yeah, because I'm from the South. Like I can't even say I'm from like an actual city. Oh. Like I was born in Alabama, raised in Memphis, live in Georgia, family in Florida, people in Texas, just straight Southern.
Yeah, you straight South.
Just Louisiana, love it. Just.
What's your favorite state?
Colorado.
Interesting.
Why?
Get him out of here.
The reason why Colorado is my favorite state is only because like the animals, like I had a squirrel pop up on my car and just like say hey and then leave. And I think that was like the best moment I've ever had in my life.
Oh, he waved at you?
Yeah, like he waved, like he hopped on the car.
It's like a jungle
He
book.
was like, what's up? He was like, what's up? I was like, what's up, squirrel? And then he just left. And that was like the best moment of my life.
Like,
other than me having my kids and my wife.
Yeah. How long? So
I ain't mess with this.
So I know you do comedy. You got it. You the curator of the Kingdom Comedy Jam, right? Like, what was the inspiration behind you getting into comedy? Because I feel like you are really like you dope with it. Like you real nice the way you move and just what I'm saying you real fly with it. Like, what was your inspiration getting into comedy?
My old high school best friend, like middle school, high school best friend. He started doing comedy and like basically what I wanted to do was like, all right, so he wanted to do comedy, but me and him ran so close together that like it felt like I was following behind him. So like I asked him, kind of like, you want to do comedy? He was like, bruh, you should have been tried it. So what I ended up doing was, which is crazy because it seems like how my life started turning out was like the first time I ever did comedy, I threw my own show in my hometown.
Which one? There's like 5.
Yeah, he just said about.
So I live in a small city called Griffin, Georgia, and so basically what ended up happening was like I was like, we didn't have an opportunity because we didn't have cars come to Atlanta and go do comedy. So what we did was we threw a show in our own hometown and like we packed that mug out. We packed out like a bar, and I threw the show, made the flyer, brought some comedians out, and then after that, I killed it. First time I got that huge crowd of laughter, I was like, okay, I can do this for real. Yeah. And so then I started going in Atlanta and just going crazy.
Adulthood, college time when you was doing this?
Nah, I was probably like 19, 20, 21. So I couldn't go to college. I was bad in school. Oh.
Yeah, back then.
Like I barely passed high school. Like I literally had a teacher pass me because she didn't want to see me next year.
Wow. Oh wow, that's crazy.
She was like, "You're not coming back here." Like I'm the only one that got this class. Like.
All right.
Yo, that's crazy.
She said, "Do not come back."
Bruh, she gave me a project. Like, bruh, I'm talking about. She gave me a project and I passed. Like, she gave me an A instantly, just so I could.
What was the project?
It was like she made me make a poster about something, and she was like, "Deion, if you could just do this, I will pass you." And I was like, "Say less, cuz I got you."
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing you too.
That's crazy.
So that one being the success that it was, what was the next step after that?
Just going around. So once I packed out a show and I seen that, my first show that I ever did. So it was just like, okay, now I just want to go to the city and like meet some of the OGs. So I started hitting up a lot of open mics in Atlanta.
Okay.
And just meeting OGs, just getting them reps in, trying out jokes, making sets, and then like you get so much game and you get to meet so many different people. So then after that, I was just like, okay, now I feel like I'm the best. And then I was just trying to go out and do the best I could in the city.
So what made you create what made you, what was the name of it one more time?
Kingdom Comedy Jam?
What made you create Kingdom? Well, at this point, are you
No, I'm not a Christian at all.
Okay, that's what.
Like, bro, if y'all see my old jokes, bro, it was horrible. I was talking about everything I probably could not say on this radio.
That's good.
On this radio show. Yeah.
Because the man himself is here.
Yeah, facts. Like, he's right here. Yeah. If he would have heard them jokes, he was like, y'all let him on this show.
So what was the transition like, and why did you make that shift?
Like to like the Christian faith.
Yeah. Well, you was already you was already a believer growing up. So like, you left for whatever reason.
Yeah. I left basically like I got married young, and then me and my wife just like had like a season where we just stopped going to church, and so what ended up happening was we ended up finding a new church home, because sometimes like you just feel like when you like don't have God in your life, like something's off. Okay. And so like just my whole life was just going down a spiral. So
yeah.
I went to this church. I was still doing comedy, regular comedy. They ended up finding out about my jokes that I was telling, and they was like, you can't tell those no more. And so they introduced to me like Christian comedy, and that's also the church where I became a minister, all that type of thing.
So they pretty much held you accountable, and you submitted to that.
Not at first. Cause okay, so the reason why
reaction then.
Cause the reason why was because like they seen like the gift in me. Like, so basically what they end up doing is like they end up putting me in a minister program. And in the minister program, the reason why I said they tried to hold me accountable, but like in the middle of my minister program, I went to jail.
What you do?
I was selling drugs while trying to become a minister.
You skipped a lot of details.
He's trying to save up for his.
He's trying to pay for seminary school. He's trying to pay for seminary.
I couldn't trust God. Like, bro, I was still broke, and I'm like, bro, you got me over here reading this Bible all day and doing all these lessons, and I'm still broke. Like, I had a problem, so like I just couldn't trust him. So I ended up in the middle of my minister program going to jail. And that's when I really, to be honest, I feel like that's where I got saved at. And so then when I came out, it was easier for me to like
I want to go
work
back
with.
there.
How long were you in jail?
I was in jail for like 3 months. Like I was supposed to get out like really
like that next day.
I was supposed to get out that next day, but God was like, Nah, I'm not, bro. You gotta see.
You sure it
it.
was God?
I feel like it.
Okay.
Because like really, what ended up happening was like
you had no money to bail yourself out.
No, they didn't get. I did actually had the money because what ended up happening is they took my tax. They took like my tax money.
Who took your tax?
Like the police, because they thought it was drug money.
That's tough.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
Like they took the tax money that I had because they thought it was
up.
drug money, and I was yeah, it was bad.
You about to buy an ounce?
I did. I had it. I had
I'm
way
glad
more
God
than
turned you around. That's crazy.
I had a lot.
Look at Legacy. He trying to cook up. Remember that time?
The story is crazy. He's never heard this. That's why. He's been talking to me for like.
You got locked up for 3 months for drugs. That's why you ain't never tell me this.
Cause it's not something you just start bragging about. Yeah, bro. You know, I'll be in jail sometimes.
Freedom was cool. Like, yo, that's crazy. Man, that's wild. All right, so now, you, I feel like we just jumped like, doom. All right, cool. So you went, sold dope through seminary school.
Okay. Facts.
Then you got locked up. Then you got out, and that's kind of when your walk really kind of
it's when it really started. Yeah.
So did you go right into working as a minister, like? Because you know the sermons straight out of jail must have been slapping crazy.
No, facts.
Yeah, all that time with God,
bro. I was just nothing sitting there reading the Bible. That's all I had. So like, and then like it was so dope, like because like the jail gives you books. So I told them like I'm trying to become a minister, and so they started giving me books on like how to become a minister. And I was like, you only supposed to get 3, bro. At the end of the day, I probably had like 32 books in my cell, and I'm just reading all day.
You was locked up.
Yeah, I was not coming out that room.
I wouldn't either.
Like, I was not coming out that room. It was wild in there.
All right, so now you
hold on. What city was this?
So what?
What city was this? You were still in Georgia? I
was still in Georgia. Yeah,
which county?
Clayco.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Clayco was the worst one. And that's when Victor Hill was active.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Damie said, "Oh my God, Damie, you got locked up too?"
Absolutely not.
All right.
Hallelujah.
I just grew up in Clayton County.
That's crazy. All right, so now we're now at you becoming a minister. And you know, life has changed. Your walk has changed. You're moving in a whole different direction now.
Right.
How did you make the shift with your comedy, like officially?
It was hard. I started doing comedy at the church that I was doing. Like they used to have like these little nights. Like I remember I did like a women's conference, and they wanted me to do like stand up. So I did like my first like 15-20 minutes, killed. So then I was like, okay. There's actually maybe a lane for this. Like you can actually do clean Christian comedy, but I didn't know any clean Christian comics.
Right.
So I started looking up certain people. It's sad to say my influence was Bill Cosby. I know it's not the best person to say, but if you look up clean comedy, he is like the clean comedy. Like he's that person.
Yeah.
Just pre Bill Cosby.
And the funny thing is, y'all got getting locked up in comedy.
What?
Come out, man.
Yeah. But then I found out about Michael Jr. and then John Christ, and then just like other comedians. I was like, okay, so there are people out here doing it. So then I just started trying to follow that trend.
Have you ever got the chance to meet any of those two?
Not Michael Jr., not John Christ. I just met Griff.
Shout out to Griff, man.
Yeah, shout out to Griff. I'm not gonna lie, because it's so small of a space, like they're like you probably can only name like 5 Christian comedians. I haven't had a chance to meet most of them.
Gotcha.
So, but I'm growing. Like I met Matthew Hudson.
Shout out to Matthew.
Just a few people in the space. I'm now meeting Small Fire and I can tune a Willie Brown. Met him. Just a few of the OGs.
Alton.
Yeah, Alton Walker. He actually taught me comedy.
Oh, about this. I was going to ask you that next. So that's like your mentor?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, but no, he's really cool. He's a really cool dude. I I'm inspired by him very much so. And then like he taught me like a formula of like how to do comedy and write comedy, because it's like, and like also like when I first met him, like he prophesied over me, scared the mess out of me. Like it scared the mess out of me because I was not expecting that from him. But then he just seen it in me, so it was just that was super dope to experience from him.
That's what's up.
Facts. Listen, man, we got more with Deion Washington when we come back, man. We're going to take a break real quick. FlowRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified. We'll be right back.
When I think about all you did for me, brought me at the darkest places, I don't know why. Been searching long for answers.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
What DJ B4EY?
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show, FlowRadioShow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified, man. If you're just now tuning in with us, man, we got Deion Washington, curator of the Kingdom Comedy Jam, and much more. Kicking it with us, man. So we kind of went on a journey of just everything leading up to, you know, getting into comedy, getting into church, going to jail, getting locked, all that good stuff.
Right. Money getting stolen.
At what point? Yeah, that's cool. Yo, I could not imagine your tax refund money. Bro,
I was so hurt.
I would be so.
Because I thought I had money on my books. Like I was like, oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, gonna put it on your. Yeah, just put that on my books.
Yeah, put that on my books. They was like, nah. I went in there and said $0. I said zero. I was hurt.
That man couldn't get no snacks, no little Debbie,
no little Debbie, nothing.
Can't barter with nothing.
I'm over there with the cartel. Hey, SA, come here.
Get no commissary.
Wow, yo. So how did you? So when you learned, because I want to get into the Kingdom Comedy Jam, right?
Yeah, me too.
Because the Kingdom Comedy Jam is it's a special thing that's happening. Where did the inspiration for that come from?
Def Comedy Jam. Basically, I was just a huge grew up on watching comedy all my life. Just love comedy.
Yeah.
So basically, I was like in the Christian space, we don't have nowhere to go, nowhere that's fun.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to actually bring Kingdom people to actual comedy clubs, because one thing is Christians feel like they can't go outside, they can't go to the Ark was such a Christian comedy, the Christian club was such a
big thing, yeah,
a big thing, and I'm just like, bro, y'all can come out, it's okay, we don't have to just be confined to church, because most Christian comedy shows are always done in church.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something where I'm like, okay, where I bring people to an actual comedy club where they can have fun and enjoy themselves, and two, just I wanted to bring the best Christian comedians out. I wanted to even, bring some new up and comers. I want people who think they're funny to come show their talent and make a scene. Mm-hmm. And I think with Kingdom Comedy Jam, I think that's just what I did, and I love it.
And you know what's so beautiful about the Kingdom Comedy Jam is, like you said, a lot of times, you go to a church and they got 5,000 people in your church. Everybody gonna laugh because they seen Lil Ray grow up from he was in diapers. So we gonna automatically laugh because there's a lot more forgiving. There's a lot more. We at church, so they gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But the fact that you take Kingdom comics and go to these actual quote unquote secular comedy spaces and pack it out, you know what I'm saying? It's now it's you really in the ring boxing, because it's for real.
And then it also showing that we here.
And we here.
We here. I'm packing out shows where your favorite comic that was on BET Comic View, on all these shows that we used to grow up watching, they can't pack out a room, but the Kingdom can.
So was that your first one that we went to, or that was?
Nah, that was my third one. So my first one was I promise you, I had 25 people there. Mm-hmm. It was fresh out of me leaving the church that I had was with. Mm-hmm. And then the second one we did was we had Matthew Hudson posted, and we did that at not Uptown, but we did that at Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Okay.
And that was the first time where we packed out a show. I headlined. It was super dope, and that was I was like, okay, this can really be a thing,
right?
And so the third one is the one that y'all came to, and just amazing.
Yeah, you brought out the homie Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy, Legacy killed.
Come on, it's not.
Legacy, bro, was outside crying.
No, I
got the picture,
bro. Right? Why you
you got the picture?
Why you gonna start there? Start at the part where I was killing. You gonna do that?
Start at the part where I went on stage and I had a huge, bro. No, Legacy came out, bro, and I'm talking about the crowd went crazy. I've honestly never seen nothing like that before for like a person's first time.
Yeah.
And then for him to kill it the way he did, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was super proud of Legacy. Like, still super proud of you for that,
bro. Like the whole time, because it's like you. I'm gonna be honest. This man taught me comedy in 1 week. Like it was like a week and a half. It was like a week. Call it 2 weeks, bro. He taught me like literally start, finish, like punchline, how to build it, like from scratch. You see what I'm saying? I've been reading books and stuff and getting a lot of game from Griff. Griff is like the OG mentor for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can always text Griff. Like I text Griff today about some stuff. And he's just like, yo, do this. Like this is how you whoop, 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 whoop. He in Africa right now. Like you see what I'm saying? And he texts me back. So it's like, but it was dope, bro, because we it was the first time where like, and this is something MC Nice always taught me. Is the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? Mm-hmm. And that's something that stuck with me for like ever. When he told me that stuck with me. So it was just like, all right, bro, we was putting in reps. Like every day we was on the phone, FaceTime. We like 2:00 in the morning. All right, man, I'm talking to you tomorrow. Like we going over it. And then when we kind of got to a solid place, even that same day, we was still tweaking jokes. Like that morning, we was still tweaking the mom joke that I had. We was still tweaking that. He was just like, "Yo, do this right there." And
leave some space for that.
And then the thing is, how my mind works, right? And y'all know me. I'm gonna push the envelope as far as possible, right? Like that's just how I am.
He really is.
And like, yo, Deion was like, "Bro, that's." Not for your first time. Like let's not do that.
To know you first, bro.
Let's not do this.
No, facts. Bro, he is really like, okay, so I'm a person that already pushed the envelope. So like people already look at me sideways. So I already know how that feels, like being on stage and Christians looking at you like, what did you just say? But him, on the other hand, he was trying to take it past what I would do. So I'm sitting there like, no. Like, no, you can't do that.
Bro, but what if all we got to do is make it funny? No. No, not yet. Work. Hey, man, we really put the time in, man, and just to see how, like, the reception and how everybody just, it's dope, bro. It was dope. Like, the whole thing was dope.
But you had a heart of a comedian, so it ain't gonna lie, it was easier to like even kind of like help you with your jokes, because as we was going over jokes, like me and you both would just be punching them up. So at some point I would just like stand back and just watch your mind go, and your mind would just. So at that point I was like, okay, yeah, he gonna be it. And that's why I really see you being like a forefront of Christian comedy, like in the future, for real.
Oh shoot,
that means a lot, sir. Let me take my time.
It's coming, but it's coming though.
Yeah, it was dope. And I like I told you before, man, I appreciate the opportunity for sure. And just to see how you've been able to cultivate a space for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not happening.
Yeah,
no,
like that.
That's one thing we talk about a lot. Like, you go into church and they say you shouldn't do this, or you can't do this, or don't do this, but there's no space available for the church to kind of just still be able to enjoy life because you feel like you got so many restrictions.
What's the alternative?
What's the alternative? Was this? And that's, I ain't gonna lie. So when I see certain things, even like a church I went to, bro, it was another church in Jacksonville, Florida, that I saw. They bought like a mall, like an old mall. So they have the bowling alley, they have the stores where you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they have their members who have the store, who own like storefronts in there, whatever case scenario. And it's crazy because they are seeing the importance of community.
Nah, that's hard.
So with that being said, this is the third one. What do you see what you're doing, what you're like, what God is giving you? Where do you see this going? And what is your next, like, what is the next move to say that?
So, one, I want to keep packing out shows. Definitely want to keep showing Kingdom Comedy Jam in Atlanta. But one big thing, I want to take it to the internet. Just because when you type in Christian comedy on YouTube, you might catch like a few specials, but you really only gonna see like a few people. But I want to show like there's a lot of people in this space. There's a lot of OGs that people don't know about, people that haven't been seen. So I kind of just want to let people know that Christian comedy is a thing. It's something that you can enjoy. I think the people that are doing the best with it right now is this Dry Bar Comedy with Angel Studios. They do the specials, but they just do clean comics. I want to show Christian comedy and also clean comedy too, but I think like once we push it to like a bigger level, I feel like we're gonna up the production on the show. We just
So what do you think it's gonna take to do that though? I mean, you have the people that you have now, but what do you think it's gonna take to take that to the next level?
Really with me, I feel like anything that I do, as long as God is involved in it, I feel like God he just elevates everything. So like most of the time I'm just praying and asking God like, okay, where you want me to go next? And then like he just ends up giving me people. It'd be weird like how God works. Like he'll just like hand like Legacy came out of nowhere. Griff came out last minute nowhere. Like
fourth quarter,
30 seconds on the clock and came. So it's like I just get to praying. I know who my father is. You know what I'm saying? So because I know who my father is, I'm gonna ask him. Yeah. And most likely, if I feel like I'm a good son. So you know, he gonna help me out.
so my thing is, right, as comedians, what happens is like a lot of times comedians are like the window of laughter, but yet still the balance of like societal issues. Okay. Right? How do you find the balance between being, you know, the avenue for laughter and also bringing light to actual like problems that we're having in church and like church culture? Like how do you go about that? Did that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. It's honestly something that I don't struggle with, but it's something I like deal with because I'm so iffy on what I can say, cause I don't want to be like wrong. I don't want to.
That's why I don't care.
Yeah,
bro. You ain't gonna let me go off.
But that's the thing. Like in my original church that I went to, I used to get rebuked like 24/7, like all the time. So like I come from like from that like so because I got rebuked so much that I'm like, okay, I can't actually say this or I can. So it's just like certain things, but at some point you just gotta get to the point of like Holy Spirit. If Holy Spirit is inside of me, he gonna be able to tell me I can say what he wants me to say. So I'm gonna call it out.
Yeah, that's why my shirt said what it said. I'm just saying what God was thinking. Like,
nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But what was the other shirt that you wanted to say?
Which one?
You had two ideas for a shirt.
What was the other one?
It was crazy.
Now you can say it.
I forgot what it was.
Oh wow.
Hopefully. I don't even remember, man. But yeah, it's crazy.
That was good. I forgot my question was. So yeah, it's cool. Sorry, it happens a lot.
How do you intertwine your own life experience and formulate it into content for your stand-up?
So,
I got you, bro. Give you some time to think.
Appreciate that.
I got you, bro.
Big part about me is like I just basically either I talk about my family.
What happened?
Are you good?
My fault.
Are you good?
Oh wow.
Okay, we're good. We back. We back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Basically, I just learned one of my original favorite comedians, like when I first started, was Kevin Hart. So I just learned to talk about my family and storytelling. So I got 3 kids, a wife. So I would just tell like the craziest stories about my family life, and that seemed to like people used to love it because they could relate to it.
Exactly.
Definitely parents. Like, so I was like, it was just easy. I would just run those back to back to back. And then after a while, church experiences, crazy stuff that I would experience through church. And then when I started doing church crowds.
Yeah, I knew what my question was going to be now. You said you was getting rebuked a lot, but I'm curious, do you remember a rebuke? Because the only reason why I'm saying I'm curious about it because I'm trying to see where their mindset was.
So all right, so this is funny.
Okay.
So the first time, like, all right, so I'm becoming a minister, right? And we doing our last sermonette, and so like I'm in there doing my sermon. Now I'm funny, I can't help it. If I'm talking, if I got a mic in my hand, it's joking, it's coming out in joke form. So I'm telling this, and I'm doing this story about my wife, and all I know is, all I said was, y'all seen, like, y'all know, like, when your wife shouting and then you get to looking at her in church, and I just seen, like, 3 of the pastors in the back say, no. And I said, forget it. I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie.
Time.
I said, it's my time.
It's my time.
My time. Praise Jesus.
And then I said, man, wife would be turning, like treat me like Moses, turn my snake into a staff.
Oh wow.
And like that was like my first sermon. And I just see everybody in the church, like half the church was laughing their butt off, but the other church was like,
"Yep, that's it."
All right. They almost didn't give me my license right there. They.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he was coming off the heels of a strike one, getting locked up. So it was like,
that was strike two.
Yeah, that was strike two for sure. Yo, that's crazy.
But I mean, Snake to staff. But I was like, it's my wife though. That's the thing. My problem was it was like it's my wife, and my biggest thing was like I feel like in church we don't talk about sex enough and like being attracted to like your spouse. So I was like, it's not wrong because this is the thing. The fact that y'all knew what I was gonna say beforehand, y'all understood it.
Yeah.
So it's like if y'all understood it, y'all know the feeling was wrong because you didn't had that feeling in church. Apparently, if you know what I'm finna say. So it was that. That's what used to make me mad about that. So, but then I got rebuked for it, and then later found out it was okay and wrong at the same time because don't say stuff like that on the pulpit.
If that was bad,
yeah, it
jokes
was.
I got.
No, facts. So look, so the thing is, I learned a trick. I was like, they said you can't say stuff like that on the pulpit. You can feel like that and that's real, but you can't say that on the pulpit. I said, say less. I'm gonna take it to a comedy club.
And then that's where. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Check me there.
Right? I would. Rebuke me there. Go ahead. Start roasting people in front of everybody. Yo, man, look, we got more with Deion Washington when we come back, man. I want to dive into the holy baby topic.
Ooh.
Let's do that when we come back, man. So y'all keep it locked. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your man, Legacy the Prince.
It's your boy, DJ B4EY.
Yes, sir. It's the Fresh Leftovers radio show, flowradioshow.com. You know the vibes. We live and certified. We back in the building, man.
Yes,
Just not tuning in with us, man. We got Deion Washington in the building with us, kicking it. How you doing, my brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. This is a really dope podcast, bro. Well, radio show.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, radio show.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's super dope, though, bro. I've been enjoying myself.
That's good, man. You know, ain't nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's getting So took us through the whole journey of everything, man, and now we went to Kingdom Comedy Jam. But you also have a artist character that you do, right?
Yeah, Holy Baby.
Called Holy Baby. How did the inception of Holy Baby start?
Basically, I seen Christian hip hop going towards like this weird path of looking like secular artists. Like it was just really weird. Like a bunch of craziness was just happening. And I started like watching it on the internet. So I'm just like,
what you mean weird?
Like COVID time?
Like no, it's just like they starting to look like secular artists. Like you just seen rappers. They like this. You couldn't tell the difference from a Christian rapper from a secular artist for a minute.
Visually?
Like visually and musically, sonically too.
So,
like they would start saying certain stuff in songs where I'm just like, all right, that's weird, that's new. That wasn't in CHH before. It started like it's, you know what I'm saying. So
stuff like what though? Because the reason why I'm asking is because like what is a lot of times I don't really see any. Well, give me an example first, so I could kind of see what you're talking about.
I started seeing like the pride in CHH. So like I think not to say like jewelry was a thing, but it was starting to be like it started to become like a forefront. Like that's what I'm here for. Like just as like flashy. It was like the flashiness of that. The killing demons. That started becoming very prevalent. But it started. But it still is for sure. And I get the purpose of it now, but at one point it was just like, are y'all talking about killing demons or people? Cause like y'all is a little bit too gangster to be Christians at this moment. Like y'all is coming straight out the book of Peter. Like he didn't even have a book, but y'all is preaching from that era. Yeah. So I started seeing that, and then I was like, you starting to sound like, you know, every rapper that I used to listen to back in the day. Like, so I was like, okay, so let me make this character where I didn't base it off any actual Christian artist, because my goal was to make a rapper, base it off of secular rappers, put Christian undertones in the music and in what he does, and then if a Christian rapper looks like that, you know who I'm talking about. Like I want you to figure out, like, if your favorite Christian rapper look like Holy Baby, it's a problem.
I need to pull one of them up.
You know, facts. Like, but it was so easy to do, because, and then people started loving it. It was just like it started a thing because I started making the little sketches, the skits with it. You know, Holy Baby's in love with Sexy Red. He want to get her saved. Like, it was just it was just all types of craziness, but it was working. So I'm just like, okay, bet. Then I started making music, and I hang around enough rappers to actually make good music. So it was like, okay, I'm not really a rapper for real, but I'm gonna make music with some crazy undertones. Like, I'm gonna say some crazy stuff in these songs, and it's gonna sound good, but this is not what God would really want you to say in a song.
Have you ever confronted anybody about that?
Personally, no. I ain't really ran into too many Christian artists. Like, I remember some people thought I was throwing shots at them, but then I was like, bruh, I base it on just regular secular rappers, and if you fit that shoe, then I ain't gotta say nothing to you.
With that being said, and I'm just curious, and there's no shade or anything, but what was that approach like?
When a dude,
when they pulled up on
you,
you,
they thought he was like, bro, I thought you were dissing me, bro. It was Vahovi. Huh? Say it again.
Oh, you said who? I didn't say who. I didn't ask you who. And I thought you said somebody's name, but go ahead.
Nah, he just pulled up on me. He was like, bro, I thought you were dissing me, and I was like, nah, bro. But to be honest, with your music, he wasn't even nowhere near where I was going towards. I just kind of looked like him. So that's why he thought I was dissing him. That's so funny. Like, I just actually looked like him. Like, the character actually looked like him, but I actually was nowhere near towards him because I actually love his music. Wow. And he's actually a solid dude.
That is funny.
So I know recently Holy Baby had a run-in on IG. Would you consider that when you were talking about just certain things that was happening in the culture that you didn't like? You were speaking in reference to, like, Christian hip hop being watered down and people are pushing demonic images to the culture. Expound on that a little bit, because I think that live was really, really good.
Is that the live I was watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, and I think this is just me it wasn't even a Holy Baby thing. It was just like I started getting fed up with the state of Christian hip hop, because I feel like they just letting everybody in the space. Like, at some point, bro, y'all gotta have discernment of what's going on and who y'all letting in. So it was this specific rapper, I don't care to say his name, Emmanuel the Prophet. He had a song. Yeah, sorry.
Just wake up.
Yeah, we started naming people, they were like, hold up. But yeah,
no, he worse.
And I believe it. But that's a good thing, because this is the thing, certain things you got to stand up for.
We got Big Bro MC Nice in the building, man. Drop by one time. He worse, because he'll name it on a track and it'll go Billboard #1. Like,
nah, fact. I ain't gonna lie, I respect that. I respect that.
So he worse.
He ain't do that.
But okay, so basically, bro had like a demonic shirt on, like with upside down cross on, putting on there, and then he recently he's finna drop an album, and he had a song on there with Alabama rapper named Rollo Rodriguez, and the song Rollo Rodriguez was promoting drug abuse. Like, he was talking about sipping lean, staying in the cup, and selling drugs, but not like as in past tense, but like actively, but on a Christian hip hop song. And just, I don't know any prophet, if you can show me a prophet that's gonna let that slide. So it's just like you playing with God's name, you playing with God's people, and you promoting certain stuff that bruh, it's not cool. That's lame. To be honest, you lame for doing that. And I don't know if that's because you with a certain record label or whatever, but like, in the end of the day, bruh, you can't go for it. If you supposed to be a prophet, you supposed to be a man of God, you supposed to stand on the principles, and you don't promote evil, like like lean, bro. Like, as a person, like, who should actually sip lean, bro, it that can kill you. Like, I know people who also died from it. So it's like, the fact that you let that on a song of yours, as a so-called prophet, you playing, bro. That's not cool.
Do you think he's aware of it? I mean, as far as
if you're a prophet, you should be aware of it.
I'm just curious.
I'm about to.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm talking about like the demonic imageries and stuff like that. Do you think he's aware of that?
Yeah, I don't think you retarded.
Oh wow.
Like, and if you are retarded, then I mean, I will pray for you. There's a prayer, the renewing of the mind that's in the Bible. You can get that. You need to pray for that renewing of the mind part. But so it's that for me. Make sure this. It's like he knows.
She says good.
But yeah, like I'm 100% sure it's like demonic imagery on your shirt. Like, bro, it's a demonic dog, like with an upside down cross on it in the middle of his forehead. It's not like it's like something like where it's like, oh, like a little. Nah, is pure, like what it is. So
real quick, man, we got big bro MC Nice in the building, man. Y'all already know, man. Without him, we ain't even here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the OG himself is in the building. So Nice, real quick on the same exact topic. Why do you feel like CHH is kind of moving into a space where like they're watering it down at that type of level and being also so bold with it?
Well, here's the funny thing about Emmanuel the Prophet. One, he popped up out of nowhere. We didn't really co-sign it. You know what I'm saying? No. The culture itself. You got to realize who he's with. The dude that headed up, Quality Control?
Yeah, QC.
Right. And then they went over to Capital Christian Music Group. So he got money behind him. So it's the money that's coming in, and that's what I was going to probably talk about with Ryan Righteous and all them on Saturday. It's the same thing. The state of Christian hip hop is that major labels are now coming in.
That's true.
Major labels are now swooping up artists. That's why you see the deals of Scooty Wop and Child Like CC and Manuel the Prophet and all these, because they're trying to corner the culture, because the culture is the safe music. And the big deal right now is licensing, music licensing. Yeah. That's why you see all of our artists are in TV shows, whether it be Apple TV or commercials,
Pizza
movies,
Hut, all that stuff. Yep.
Why? Because we have the secular swag, but we're clean. So what's happening is they can get us for cheap. So let's say they'll have to go to what's one of the Migos? Give me one of them.
Quavo.
So they'll go to Quavo, and Quavo will be like, yeah, for a song for a commercial, it's gonna cost you $100K. They come to a Christian rapper, hey, I give you $5,000. They taking it real quick, knowing that they're gonna, so they're coming in, and I think for us, it's a matter of the culture coming together, getting smarter, and helping the culture help the culture. We don't do that.
So, and that's a big thing too, is because I'm starting to see the labels like starting to grab everybody. Yeah. But it's also like, I feel like we need to start building our own table. Like, I feel like with Jesus is a carpenter at the end of the day. So like, if Jesus is a carpenter, he's going to teach you how to build a table if you follow him. Man. So I feel like we need to start building our own tables and start going to these other tables.
You can't build a table when Satan's competing too. So we get lured by the luxuries of being number one on the rap charts, on the hip hop charts. Why not be number one on gospel? You should celebrate that. Facts. The fact that you ahead of a CeCe Winans or a Fred Hammond or Kirk Franklin. Why don't we celebrate that? But the minute one of us go top 5 on the, and this is no shot at nobody, because they'll come and bring the smoke, even though I can take the smoke, right? But at the end of the day, we should be celebrating gospel or celebrating Christian rap. We shouldn't be worried about getting on the charts. I have to, in order to validate my situation, I have to say, yeah, I produced Pac, or yeah, I produced Nas, or yeah, I did 8 soundtracks. That's just so you give me respect, when you ain't gonna respect the knowledge that I bring to you to help you attain these things. And I think when that becomes less important, and the culture of Christian, of kingdom culture becomes more important, is when this will change around. We won't change around if we keep striving for secular excellence.
I agree.
That's hard.
One of the biggest things that I've been trying to even see, even coming up, is that nobody wants to really be at the table. Everybody wants to have their separate little situation. Like, it's like Golden Corral. Everybody got their own little set.
I call it
table.
meism.
Mm-hmm.
They got a bad case of meism. It's always me, mine, and mines versus we, us, and ours.
Yeah, and we all technically we're all shooting for the same goal, is to elevate the kingdom of God. That's
the whole goal.
If it's not that, then it's all about elevating the kingdom of you. So that's and it's crazy because even in Atlanta, as big as Christian hip hop is in Atlanta, like we still, and this is no shade either, but there's still a lot of artists that come into Atlanta that does better than people are here. And I have many conversations with DJs, with some other artists, and they it's a complaint thing. But I'm like, if y'all just get together and do something, then
stop taking the money.
That part.
Hold on, what?
That's what they doing. They taking the money.
Let me say what money.
I say what money?
The money that when others are coming in, they going to the top DJs, they going to the top stations and saying, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true too.
Obviously they're gonna get placement. They're gonna put money over country any day.
No,
facts. So what more do y'all think? Like, because right now Reach Records is like one of the biggest labels that people know.
It is the biggest,
right? Christian hip hop label.
No, it's not.
The biggest Christian hip hop label. It's not.
I don't think it was.
No, RMG, because they got RMG amplified too.
RMG.
Who's RMG?
Derek Minor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I rock with that. That's my dog now.
Derek Minor dope.
Shout out to Derek.
But you're not understanding his movement. See, Reach is loud. You know what I'm saying? Like they artists is big, but Derek has got volume. They got volumes and volumes. They got amplified and the mothership. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they're technically the dudes that's really moving.
But the loud one is, like you said,
But
is
go ahead,
Reach.
Reach.
So what can Reach do more to create that kind of funnel where we don't feel like we have to compromise to lose?
They have to. Reach has to participate in a culture of collaboration.
You don't think they do that now? Because like they do the little mix, the little
summer playlist.
The summer playlist.
That's select people though.
That's handpicked. I'm saying a culture of collaboration, meaning that it should be a collaboration with everybody, whether it be RMG, God Over Money, obviously Miles. He already, they already doing it, but like not just a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never notice when hip hop get in trouble, they'll be like they put all their beefs aside and they come together and we gonna fight for the cause of hip hop.
Yeah.
Nah, fair.
We don't do that here.
Absolutely don't.
You know what I'm saying? If it's a Reach thing, it's a Reach thing. If it's a God Over Money thing, it's a God Over Money thing. If it's a Menace movement, it's a Menace movement. But at the end of the day, if we all collaborated, you know what I'm saying? It's all good to have healthy competition, but to protect the culture is coming together as a culture. Like I big up Holy Culture. I big up Soul Flow because guess what? They provide opportunities for the culture.
Nah, fair.
You see what I'm saying? So in order for us to really to grow, we have to come together, collaborate so that we can grow the culture and keep the vultures from coming in.
Makes sense.
So like you know how Kanye West kind of came into, well, not even just Kanye, but I would say this
number one, by the way.
Absolutely.
For 3 years straight.
Who, Kanye?
Number one gospel album, 3 years straight.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know, so you know,
it was a great album though. I ain't gonna lie, he did make some
number
music.
1 3 years, not 1 day. Well, 1 week. What's that group that blew up?
Maverick City.
Maverick City. They had 1 week. Then Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye went right back up.
Kurt Franklin, 1 week. Kanye. So, yeah.
And it was really a collaboration with Maverick City, Kirk Franklin.
Wow. It was a combined. So my thing is, just from a balance standpoint, do you feel like a lot of these artists, like the ones you named, right, like Emmanuel or whatever, do you think that their thought process is, let me get my foot in the door on this side and infiltrate and bring the light to it? How do you?
I don't know, because
I'm just processing what you said.
I don't think that should be the process though. No.
Because there's a lot of, like, you got, for instance, 1K Few, he had Dro and these different types of artists, Pastor Troy and these types of people on his last album, Pray for Atlanta. You got Lecrae doing a lot of crossovers. You got, Kanye came from that side, infiltrated this side. You got a lot of these going on. Do you think that the goal is to get the foot in the door to bring the light, or is it like just strictly from industry, let me grab some money, let me just,
Well, they don't know about the money until you know about the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't had it yet.
That's true.
No,
So they don't know about the money. The thing about it is, you have to stand on your values, on your morals, right?
That's the part I was
You know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is, are you standing on that? And there's no shade to Emmanuel, but when I heard they broke his record in the strip club, I was just like,
are you serious?
Yeah. You know,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, big guy was playing in, I think, Magic City or one of them. Like, they actually put it online.
Couldn't even make. I can't.
Yeah.
Even, I don't even want to let.
Like,
I saw that.
me personally,
Imagine twerking.
as
See that? I said I didn't want to go there. You went to it.
It's a comedy, man.
But me personally, I would have condemned that as an artist. Like, yo, don't do my records like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to stand on that. Most people be like, oh, well, they were bringing the word of God to the. Nah, man.
Stop.
They is still twerking.
They weren't working.
As soon as that song go out, they is still throwing it back to whatever other song.
They was throwing it back.
But so it's
You want
a
to throw it
matter
back to Jesus?
of standing on your principles and morals, and really, I always say, be purpose driven, but have passion with it.
Yeah.
You got to have passion and patience. Right. So purpose, passion, and patience, because not everybody gonna get you right out the gate.
That's real.
But most people want that. They want that microwave success. That bing, you're a star. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you put patience behind it, you'll succeed.
Yeah.
I'm a living witness. I've been in the music business 30 years
Congratulations on that.
and had a #1 record. #1 album just not even a month ago. You know what I'm saying? So, and it ain't because my records are the greatest. It's because I'm pushing purpose with a passion, and I had patience doing it. And I always say, even with your comedy, as I see it, with your Kingdom, was it Comedy Jam?
Yeah, Kingdom Comedy Jam.
If you apply SWOT, I just have to say this to him real quick. SWOT, you know what SWOT is?
No.
SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? When you're writing a business plan, and a person wants to come and invest, they're going to say, hey, Deion, do you know the SWOT? What are the strengths of your comedy jam? What are the weaknesses? What are the opportunities? What are the threats? Are you going to be able to troubleshoot your get down? And it's like, and so you have to take that and make it applicable as you're moving forward. Like, okay, how do I compete with the Kings of Comedy? Not on the Kings of Comedy in regards to where they at, but in regards to, is my brand competitive? You know what I'm saying? For what it is you do. And then if it's not, what are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? What are the opportunities you missed or could take advantage of? What are the threats that you pose against you? Once you troubleshoot those things, you become successful. Christian rap is no different. At the end of the day, we got to understand our strengths. Right now, we got certain stars blowing up, whether it be Child Like CC, Miles Minnick, Portia Love, Wande. Elevate them. Queen Lee.
Hey.
You know what I'm
Queen
saying?
Lee, gang.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Queen Lee's hard.
Tough.
She caught me
Tough.
up. She went from the first record I heard to where she at now, like exponential growth, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, if we don't cultivate a culture of collaboration to help them, then and that will open up doors for others. We just don't do that. And when we get that in our mindset, then we'll be all right.
And that's why it's like having people like you, right? It's so pivotal for the culture, because a lot of times I feel like it's a lot of false love and a lot of false. Yeah, let's come together and especially in this
I hear
culture.
that all the time.
Hey, yeah,
bro.
let's collab. Let's come
let's work.
together. Let's work together.
Yeah,
and then when
that's
it's
that
time to work, it's just like, oh nah, people got a lot of me-isms. You see what I'm saying? So how do we reverse the culture of that false humility, false love, false collaboration, so to speak?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's you just gotta change the people sitting at the table.
Oh, that's dope.
That's
Simple.
simple. Get rid of him. Get him out of here.
No, because the people at the table are the ones.
Go ahead, camera.
But now, I know it sounds simple, but it's real, because those are the people we elevating.
Nah, that's a fact.
So stop elevating them, pull them from the table, and put people there that want to move. You know, at the end of the day, when I'm a part of the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
And the Grammys is like, yo, you want to add a category? We need a proposal, and with that proposal, we need references that validates why you want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And if you worried about not having something, they say, well, get more members. So
voting members?
Yeah, voting members.
Okay, cool.
So, but even still, take that mindset and make it applicable to anything. So, even with Christian hip hop, get more members that think like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That think like you, because they'll eventually weed out the others, and now you have a strong society. We not gonna function if everybody keep chasing the bag and secular excellence. Well,
wow. Secular excellence is, you've been hitting, bro. Every time you say secular excellence, I'm like, bro, that's really what they be striving for. It's crazy.
Yeah, so, but when you get that out of your mindset, then you'll start seeing some real situations. You know, I remember when I first came in, my publicist was like, don't say Christian rap, say inspirational. I was like, nah. Remember we went to the Waves movie premiere?
Yeah. I remember that.
Legacy had to keep it quiet,
what that lady said. No, the dude said, nah, man, you need to say inspirational. I said, nah, Christian hip hop.
10 toes crazy.
And I was mad.
10 toes crazy.
Like, hey, yo, let him go.
Inspirational rap is crazy. Like, bro, this ain't inspirational, bro. We pushing the gospel.
That's the new thing. Like, I can name at least five artists right now that started off CHH, wasn't getting the traction that they needed. And even in their music now, you can tell like they've switched into, I'm not a Christian artist. No, I'm inspirational. But what are you trying to
inspire people?
But then the thing is like, that's because you're trying to get secular. What's the word? Secular
excellence. Secular success.
Or no, you said a term just a second ago. Secular.
I said secular excellence.
Yeah, okay, but you're trying to appease to the secular side, and also it's like, why are you chasing? I don't understand it. Why are you chasing that?
You can't conform and compromise.
Thank you, man.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what's happening. People, once you get the cold part about success is once you get a taste of it, you know, Satan has a way of just amplifying that. Yeah. Saying, no, here, you want more. And then, no, here, you want more. Look what happens when I give you more. And then you realize that you on lean and you broke. And you ain't got no more friends, and you coming to God and please take me back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Bring me back to that place at the altar.
Right. So for
Easter Sunday.
Yeah. So at the
Easter Sunday crying. The recess.
And so
New Year's Eve service.
You can't conform.
Yeah.
You know, you can't conform and you can't compromise. Like I said, I'm living proof that I'm purpose driven. I got passion, and I got patience. If you got patience, you will thrive. I look at the glass as half full, never half empty. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it as half empty, you're dwindling. When you look at it as half full, you build it. You see what I'm saying? So I never looked at it from that standpoint. And we have to treat Christian rap as half full and just keep filling the cup.
How do we weed out?
I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna ask that question. What's your what would be your way of weeding out the unnecessary?
Well, so at God's House of Hip Hop Radio, I get hundreds and hundreds of records from even some from people y'all recognize. But if they not pushing purpose, and they don't have to say Jesus on every record.
Right, absolutely.
But if they not pushing purpose, and I can feel that, I don't play them. We shouldn't support people that it's not really about the culture, about the kingdom. First. That we get caught up in the stars, and we get caught up in the theatrics that we get lost in the sauce of, wait, that's not kingdom. You're like playing. Right. Versus don't let them play. And when you don't promote, then let them go. If they feel like they want to quit and go to secular, well then they let you praise God and cuss over there.
Yeah.
They sure will.
You know what I'm saying? So go do that.
Do you think we have to be like a modern day Paul in this situation?
Yeah, you kind of. Yeah.
Paul addressed the church and in a lot. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't afraid to. And I think sometimes that there are a lot of situations that I look at like, man, I felt that y'all could have addressed it before it got to that point where now everybody's seeing it. And that's another reason why, like, no disrespect, I'm gonna go back to the Garvey situation. Like before that became headlining situation with everybody starting to find out about it, I felt that y'all knew.
Absolutely.
Like, let's not do this. I know that he's the own person, but you gotta eventually kind of step in. Like,
you can't be that close to that guy and not know.
That's what I'm saying.
So I ain't gonna lie, I grew up in where they would sit people down, and it's like I feel like a lot of sometimes, and I ain't gonna lie, to be honest, if Holy Spirit is not sitting you down yourself, like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times, like when I first started kind of blowing up on social media, I caught myself like always focusing on likes and and Holy Spirit was real fast. Sit down, because that's not what it's about. Like you're starting to feed that flesh, and so like it was that Holy Spirit check, and I feel like people really need to sit down. Like, bro, at some point, if you see yourself going to a certain point where you can't, it's really not about money, bro. It's not about the fame. It's not about, bro. It's really about pushing the kingdom forward and pushing God and getting as many people saved as possible. Like, because the world is coming to like a really dark place. Yeah. So I feel like if that's not your focus, if that's not really what you want to do, bro, sit down, bro. Like, sit down.
It's that non-spiritual crack, though. You see, when they smoke that, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to just sit down, because they getting elevated. And they getting elevated. And then they got outlets that they're paying. They paying outlets that's feeding their egos, even though they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, in order for it to be right, we as a culture have to come together. Those that want to uplift the culture and not worry about meism, that's the only way it's going to work.
I feel like if you, especially for those who are saying it, like, you know, God called me to do this, you know, to do this rap thing and whatever case scenario, I feel like you got to be ready for that. Like, one, I hope you have some solid people around you, like super solid, well-grounded people, like who can really come up to you and be like, hey, this was totally off, and you need to either, you know, sit, like you said, sit down, apologize, and they respect that, and they can hear it. And secondly, man, don't look for the financial gain in this situation. If it's meant to come, if it's meant to happen for you in particular, it will happen. It'll happen. God will take you places and you'll be blessed, X, Y, and Z. There's nothing wrong with having it. But it's just a mindset. Yeah. And when I keep seeing certain people with a certain mindset around a lot, or things, even here in the city, I'm just being honest, in the city, it's frustrating. And sometimes when I walk into the situation, I see it, it's shocking. Like, dang, I can't really believe and I think it's more or less the shocking part is, dang, I seen that. I seen it happen. It's like up close and personal. So, man, if you're really saying that God is telling you to do this, fast and pray. I think that's something that you got to be doing consistently. It can't be a one-time thing. You got to continue to humble yourself, because I'm tired of seeing people who are not humble. And that's another frustrating thing.
We just need to be accountable advocates, right?
That part too.
So at the end of the day, what has to be, there's no artist development, right? And so that's why you're seeing a lot and hearing a lot of stuff in Christian hip hop, well, just in rap, period. There's no artist development. Like, if I'm a Christian hip hop artist, I need to come to the Fresh Leftovers and get their opinion on my music. Why? Because they're a force in the culture. I need to go to Holy Culture. I need to go to, and even Rapzilla, but like the non-paid artist side of it, like, yo, give me some feedback so that you can be a better artist. Right now, there's not a lot of, there's a bunch of artists out there, and all of them kind of sound alike. So the reason I come from an era, and you can call me old head, hater, OG, whatever, but I come from an era where if you sounded alike, you was called whack.
They were biting.
You was called a biter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we had the De La Souls, the leaders of the new schools, to you know what I'm saying, the Das Effects, the Foosh Nickens. Like, we had a variety. And none of them sound like each other. Facts. Here, because the Migos came out, and all of a sudden everybody sounded like them. Then Future came, and then everybody sounded like T-Pain came, and everybody sounded like that. So at the end of the day, if we don't hold variety, if we don't hold variety accountable, it's going to always just be one sound.
So how does an artist, because I often ask this, but you got a bird's eye view on the culture on a different type of level. How does an artist, how do you maintain individuality yet and also like keep yourself different but also be relevant for the sonical air that's programmed now to listeners?
Right.
Like we're programmed to a certain type of sound, a certain type of 808 feel, a certain type of, that's why even the records you let me listen to today, I was just like, bro, how did you maintain like you with, it's crazy. Like how do you go about that?
Well, you know, every trend, you have to understand that trend is for real. It's here. Right now you have to say, how do I fit in that trend? Not the trend fit you. You see, so that's the problem, is people trying to make the trend fit them versus here's the trend. If it's Afro beats, okay, here's what WizKid is doing, Burna Boy's doing, Tim, Irish Star, you know, Tyler. Now, how do me and my style fit in that? You know what I'm saying? And you put you in that versus that in you. You see what I'm saying? And if you do that, then you can do that with any genre of music.
I agree, because that's, again, I really fell into hearing a lot of people sound so similar that it's like, like you said, where's the variety? I don't even want to do a mixtape no more, because it's gonna sound like the same thing.
Yeah, but here's now I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because you as DJ B4EY, the DJ B4EY,
Facts.
You have to hold people accountable. Don't put records on your mixtape that don't fit what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah, I did.
You don't have to, as a D, no, but you still got to put one out. Though.
You're right, though.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't have people. You don't make them fit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You don't want them to fit the trend. You want them to fit what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And what you're looking for is discovery.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. But you got to stay committed, because you're a valuable piece of this culture. And if you don't put out a mixtape because you don't like the music, then guess what? We don't get the discovery.
That's real.
It's accountability right there.
Facts, bro. Facts.
That's real.
Deion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Kingdom Comedy Jam has infiltrated the system of comedy, right? What's up next for it, man? What's the bigger vision for it?
Like I said, right now, the bigger vision is just really trying to take over the internet with it. We're going to try to push it on internet, YouTube, social media. We're going to try to really also take it to different cities, different states. I want to do a Kingdom Comedy Jam tour. I feel like, I know in New York, I feel like it'll go crazy down there. It would be in California. I would love to take it to Texas. Just, I want to travel, bro, and really show the whole world that Kingdom Comedy is the thing that is the new thing that's the best. Because to be honest, I feel like anything that guys are part of is the best that it can be. So I feel like if I can show, because you know what's so crazy, like the day before we did the show, they had a tour where they had a tour at the Stadium Arena, and they paid like $500 to $300 for the tickets to get there. And she said she had a way better time at my show than she had one where I'm talking about Mike Epps and all the comics that we grew up that are legends. Yeah. She had a better time at the Kingdom Comedy Jam. And to me, that meant so much to me, because that just shows that like when guys in part of something. So I just feel like, bro, we just gonna keep pushing it to the world, bro, the best way. And then, you know, the next show is May 19th. So
yes, sir.
May 19th, go ahead and get your tickets, Uptown Comedy Corner.
Who you got on the lineup?
Legacy.
Wow, you know he was.
Legacy the Prince.
You need to humble yourself, brother.
I
Yeah.
didn't think he was gonna start with me.
Yeah. Really, I ain't gonna lie. That's all I'm gonna give y'all right now. But I'm not gonna lie. The headliner, I ain't gonna tell y'all who it is. But she's been on BT Comic View. She's been on. She's been traveling. She's like one of them OG legends that like you grew up watching. I gotta pay her first before I start saying that. She gotta get her bread.
The invoice clip first.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout you out later. I promise I would, but I just gotta pay her. But nah,
Check, right?
Nah, man. On air, off air. I always tell you this, man. I appreciate the opportunity, and I know what you're doing for the kingdom is. I don't even think you even realize fully what God has given you, and I think God has strategically placed people around you, right, to help you take it to the level that it needs to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
it's crazy, bro, what you're doing. And it's never been done before.
You're
you know what I mean?
pioneering.
You're literally pioneering. You know what I'm saying? So we always gonna keep you uplifted in prayer, bro, for sure, because it's not an easy thing. I like just knowing you. I know the stress.
I be going through it, y'all.
I know the stress, and I'm like, yeah, I can't see my bro go through this and not create some sort of infrastructure around him to help. You know what I'm saying? So, just keep your heart in a good posture, man, and God gonna blow it up. I see Kingdom Comedy Jam being up there with the Kings of Comedy. You know what I'm saying, on those levels of tours, like Shaq. Remember Shaq used to present
All Stars. Yeah,
like, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see that happening. I see it. You know,
to be honest, bro, that's like the end goal. Like that's where I want to like start throw them type of shows where we can just bring like your favorites out, just nothing but like, bro.
It's be crazy.
God's gonna do it, bro.
It's gonna be crazy.
God's gonna do it.
I'll give you a tidbit. What's Sprite's motto?
No.
Thirst is nothing. Image is everything. They never say, they always say anybody can make a soda, but here's how you look in Paris drinking ours. Here's how you look in France drinking ours. Here's how you look in London drinking ours. So Kingdom Comedy Jam, the presentation, you already know you got the comedy. Now it needs to be painted.
Yeah.
Like a Picasso. And then
sound familiar?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He be pouring into me. I ain't gonna lie. He be like my cup.
Remember
like
that.
I be done drunk some of my cup out of my. He be like, I'm finna pour some more. But that's one of the main things he
so
say.
that and then BASF, right? BASF motto is we don't make the things you buy, we make the things you buy better. You don't make comedy, you make comedy better.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I ain't gonna lie, he giving y'all a game, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. These are straight gems.
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie. I've been trying to pull out my phone and be like, all right,
I wrote it all down.
I saw him typing out. He tried to be like me. He tried to be like me.
LMNOPs and SAFs.
Nah, man. So let them know where they can follow you, Deion, all that great stuff, man. Kingdom Comedy Jam, where they can follow that, where they can buy tickets, all that good stuff.
Yeah, y'all can follow me at Deion T. Washington, DEION Washington, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Follow the Kingdom Comedy Jam page. It's on Instagram, TikTok, Kingdom Comedy Jam. And the ticket link is on the Uptown Comedy corner. It's one of the Atlanta's #1 comedy clubs in the world. Just like all the legends have been there. I'm talking about from everybody that you've ever seen. They have come through Uptown Comedy Corner. So go on their website. You'll be able to find the ticket link. And yeah, man, it's going up.
Big facts, big facts, Flow Mafia. Y'all know the vibes, man. Tap in with Deion Washington, man. Kingdom Comedy Jam. Make sure you tap in, man. We gonna get the YouTube page up, get y'all some content where y'all can watch all that good stuff.
Yes,
Yo,
soon.
I think honestly, and I told you this. I think God strategically bought you a lot of time with this month making it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, because we was like, bro, we got this time, we got to put these types of things in place, because I talk to people like nice, right? So I understand the strategic mindset of how to present things and how to take it to another level. You see what I'm saying? Like
right.
DJ, his mind, how his mind works. You know, talking to Showtime, how their mind works. You know, even my pastor, how the mind works of taking things to another level and the presentation of it. I was like, remember at the top of the month, we was just, after the last one, I think the next day we was like, bro,
we need to do this. And I said,
hey, bro.
Hold on, wait, cameras,
when I seen everything, I was like, I would have did this, I would have did that. I'm gonna tell them when I get a chance, because one of my biggest things is people got to see it. That's just how it is. They need to see it. And it got to be right. Like I would say, I seen the camera. I was like, oh, Chris was shooting. I'm like, all right, cool. Why that camera ain't in the middle?
We need more cameras. We need.
And I was like, Why he ain't connect? It's not him. It's
Connect the
him
mic to the
connect to the board. Like I was just thinking of all these little things because everything matters when it comes to that. And if people are going to be willing to even invest in it, they want to make sure that I want to make sure the product right.
Right.
That's just how I am.
Well, people shop with their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they didn't, we wouldn't need mannequins.
That's that's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
I ain't never. What?
Hold on, what?
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
People shop with their eyes. That's what we do. If we didn't, we need mannequins.
We wouldn't need.
We wouldn't need mannequins.
Right. So, I know that's deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he sat there, he was like,
Yeah, he had one of the double blanking moments.
Tough.
He'll run it back, but I'm just keeping it real because that's why I told you, thirst is nothing, image is everything. Image is everything. I could put a plate of noodles that just look all spicy and glistening and glossy and just a plate of sauce. And you're going to choose the noodle with the sauce. But this may be the wackest tasting food on ever, but because it looked the part, you're going to eat it. And this may be the best thing you've ever ate in your life. But because you seen it and you was like, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, your presentation has to be everything. So when you go and look back, nobody's telling you to be BET or TD1 or ABC on the first go.
right,
But
absolutely.
at the end of the day, you got to know that this is what the consumer's looking at. When it comes to radio, this is what the consumer's listening to. So you can't hit them with something different and they're going to be like, wait, oh no, you just threw me off. Because they being constantly hit with this. So even when it comes to comedy, there's a certain way that they're filming, like the pros. I go study them. Like, okay, how is this? Or how is that?
Yeah,
He been on.
You sound just like sound familiar.
You like that mama in church, like the pastor say something.
I've been trying to tell you for the long
Just looking at you.
Well, you know what it is because it's hard to get that from somebody you know and trust versus somebody that you respect. Not saying that the person I respected is saying
I respect him.
you go to the church, you'll respect the pastor.
Yeah.
Nah, facts.
You'll go to somebody that's proficient in music. Jay-Z come in here and give knowledge, and everybody be like, I can say the same thing Jay-Z said, but because he said it, all of a sudden it's prolific.
like that.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you
Sounds familiar, guys?
Come on, DJ, relax. Let him finish.
Let him cook.
No, but I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, in order for Kingdom Comedy Jam to be the best it can be, you got to study the greats. Kobe said, I studied everybody and implemented a piece of them in my game. He had no shame in admitting that.
That's facts.
We have shame in admitting that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's what it has to take. If you got to go, okay, I like the way they shot this angle here, boom. I like this color scheme here, boom. I like these overlays here, boom. Now you tying your theme together.
So, all right. So this is the thing. So because I guess because at first I've always implemented that in comedy. Like actually like doing the actual art of stand-up. And now it's like, now that I'm in like this producer bag, the executive producer bag, it's like, it's such a new, different world that I'm opening myself up to. And I'm just like, it's so much to figure out. But then it's like, luckily I had people like y'all, people that's always encouraging me. But it's just like, I'm trying to find that balance, like that balance of like being like you said, I wear so many hats. It's like when you got so many hats on, like I feel like we looking crazy sometimes. But now I'm also building a team, which is something new to me. I've never even thought I was even worthy of having a team. And
I got
now
a million
God help
hats
me.
and a million teams. I'm gonna tell you the key for you is if you like something, you see it, find out who the executive producer is. Find out who the director of photography is. Why? Because if you understand the nuances of why they shoot something the way they shoot it, then you'll go, okay, I need to implement this. It's all about research. That's why I said SWOT. SWOT is about researching, right? In order for you to be the best, you have to understand how those things are made and how moves are made and why people think certain ways, because that's going to influence your thought, because you'll go, oh, that makes sense. Or no, that don't make sense. I would have added this, and this. But if they're the norm and that's what people are seeing, you can't step outside the box. I always say, why don't reinvent the wheel? Just put new rims on them. Put new tires. Put new tires. Get you some cool spokes. But a wheel is just its job is to roll. You want it to either roll smooth or rugged. So don't reinvent the wheel. Just put new spokes. Put new tires.
Ain't nothing new under the sun.
And then you can wrap the car different.
That
Presentation,
part.
whole different, same body, different wrap.
Yeah.
Now it's a different color scheme. Now it's yeah. That's fly.
Bro,
I
didn't mean to come in.
We done got some game. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, how could you not?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be watching this episode every day. This is
SWAT. Big facts, man. But we gonna keep you lifted in prayer, man, for sure. Deion, we gonna get you up out of here, my guy. One more time, let them know where they can follow you and get all the socials.
Deion T. Washington and Kingdom Comedy Jam on all social media platforms and YouTube for sure.
Absolutely.
Deion Washington Comedy on YouTube and Kingdom Comedy Jam.
Absolutely.
Oh, and the Lean Out podcast. Yeah, because the new podcast dropping. Y'all finna see that. That's finna go crazy.
Absolutely. And once again, man, I appreciate you so much. I tell you this all the time to the point where you get tired of hearing it. Like,
it's new. It's new, but
like, bro, all this gratitude is crazy. Like, I appreciate you, man,
my dog.
so much. Thank you for taking a chance on me, man.
Nah, fact, bro.
you.
You special, bro. You real deal special. So
I really appreciate that, man.
I appreciate
And anytime you got anything going on, man, anything you promoting, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's 5-10 minutes or whatever, pull up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And let's utilize GH3 is the #1 Christian hip hop radio platform, period.
Say it again.
In the world.
In the world?
In the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? On paper, Google it. You find
we
it.
got about a couple million listeners a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
a couple million.
At a later time, I want to talk to you about Holy Baby. Maybe we can turn that into an animated piece. You know what I'm saying?
Lord, what did you do?
That's tough, actually.
No, I'm with it.
That is tough. That's tough.
Hard.
All right, man. So, y'all keep it locked, man. Tap in with Deion, man, and Kingdom Comedy Jam. And we'll be right back with more with the Fresh Leftovers Radio Show.